Hey guys, welcome back to Making Food Monday. This week, I kind of messed up a little bit and I'll explain that as I go on, but this week I'm gonna make something that's sort of resembling paella. For today's recipe, I'm going to need salt, garlic, olive oil, paprika, smoked paprika, turmeric, chicken bouillon powder, an onion, a red bell pepper, rice, I've got chicken thighs, I've got pork chorizo, and I've got some parsley for garnish. And that's all that's going on our recipe today, guys. We're gonna add one more thing to that list of ingredients, you guys. We need a can of diced tomatoes. Now, I told you guys that I messed up a little bit, and let me explain that to you guys. I bought long grain rice when I was supposed to have short or medium grain rice. That's gonna throw off my liquids just a little bit on my recipe, so I'm gonna have to adjust that, but don't worry, I'll let you know if I mess that up. The other thing is, I went out and bought chorizo thinking that I could make chicken and chorizo paella, but then I didn't realize that I didn't read the recipe that I was copying very well, and it was supposed to be the kind of chorizo you can slice, like the sausage kind. I got the kind that's like ground chorizo, so I'm gonna be mixing that in. I'm kind of committed now, so I'm gonna go with that. The other thing that I didn't have was peas. I forgot to get my frozen peas, and I'm not really that bothered by it because nobody in our house really likes peas anyway, so I'm leaving that out as well. So I'm changing this recipe quite a bit. Most of it was unintentional, but some of it I kind of just went, it's okay. But let's see what comes out when we throw all these things together, because at this point I'm kind of committed and I'm just doing it now to see what it tastes like. So let's see if we can make some chicken and chorizo paella. First thing I'm gonna do today, guys, is get my onion prepared. So I'm gonna dice up my onion. I'm just gonna take the top and the bottom off. I'm gonna go ahead and peel it. I cut it into quarters. Put it in my handy dandy chopper here. I love this thing. Have I mentioned that before? I love this thing. Here we go. Onion's done. Then we're going to take our bell pepper and we're going to get that chopped as well. Now I could put my bell pepper into my chopper as well and make those nice and small pieces, but I kind of think that with my bell peppers, I like them to be just a little bit bigger. And there we go. Up next, I'm going to cut my chicken to nice bite-sized pieces. Okay, now that I've got everything chopped that needs to be chopped, let's start adding things to the pot. First thing we're gonna do is turn that onto our sear roast function. Go ahead and get that started. Next, we're gonna add just about a tablespoon of olive oil right to the pot. We're gonna add 2 teaspoons of garlic. There's 1. Oh, there you go. And there's 2. After I let that brown for just a minute, I'm gonna go ahead and add my onions. Okay guys, now because I got the wrong kind of chorizo, I was supposed to get the kind that you can slice like a sausage. Instead, I got this kind. So I'm gonna have to brown this before the recipe actually said I was supposed to, because I need to actually cook it. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that now while the onion and the garlic is cooking and get this browned. Chorizo is finishing up. I'm just gonna go ahead and add my turmeric. Now it says to add a pinch of turmeric. You can also use saffron, but I don't have saffron, so I'm using the cheaper version, which is turmeric. It says to add a pinch, so I'm just gonna put a little bit in there. There we go, that'll be enough. I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of salt. Okay, now to this mixture, I'm going to add my chicken. There you go. And I'll continue to brown that until I've got a little color on the chicken. Okay guys, now that we can see some of that white color on the chicken, I think we're ready to move on to our next step. Okay, I've got 1 cup of water. 1.5 cup of water. Because we added water instead of chicken broth, I'm also gonna add 1.5 teaspoons of chicken bouillon powder. And that's just gonna get added right in there. There's 1 and 1/2. Okay, now I'm gonna add my rice. Now I bought long grain rice. The recipe called for short to medium grain rice, so you be the judge of what you want. I'm gonna add my 1.5 cups of rice in and make sure and get that all mixed up so that all the rice is pushed down into the liquid. Make sure that I don't have any rice anywhere else outside of the pot. So just kind of check the sides of your pot, make sure everything's kind of pushed down in there. There we go. Okay, so as I often do when I'm making something, I'm in between steps, I kind of read through some different recipes just to make sure that I'm kind of on track. Now I realize that I've already sort of messed this recipe up by not buying the right chorizo and not getting the right rice and not having the peas. But there's one more thing I'm gonna change, you guys. I'm gonna add tomatoes. I was just reading through some different recipes, not the one necessarily that I was sort of loosely following, but a couple of different recipes for paella. And everybody says it needs tomatoes. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a can of tomatoes. Okay, you guys, now is when I'm gonna add that can of diced tomatoes. I'm not going to mix it in, however, because I don't want them to burn. So I'm just gonna, I've drained the can, I forgot to mention that. I drained the can of tomatoes. I'm just gonna set all of these tomatoes kind of right on top of our mixture here. I'm just gonna spread them out. I'm not going to mix them in. So just kind of place them on top, spread them out so that the flavors can get mixed in there. And then I'm going to top the entire thing with our bell peppers. Now I've cooked bell peppers in the pressure cooker before, and I know it does not take much for these guys to basically get cooked to oblivion. So I am not even going to brown them or saute them or anything. I'm just gonna put them right on top like I did with the tomatoes. We're gonna leave those there so that they'll put all the flavor into our rice to make our paella. And that's it, you guys. We are ready to seal our pot. You guys guessed it, we're gonna go into our chicken function because that's my high pressure, and I'm gonna take that time cook down to 5 minutes. And push start. Okay guys, my time has expired and it has been 10 minutes. Now it's time to let our pressure out. There we go. Now let's open her up and see what we have. Okay, and I'm gonna give it a quick mix. Get all those peppers and tomatoes mixed in. Oh, it smells so good, you guys. Yeah. Okay, baby, I got it made and I got it plated. Now all we need are our... Do it.
Guinea pigs!
There comes my guinea pigs. Uh-oh, what's that one? Is that
I'm a
a
melty
zombie?
guinea pig.
A what?
I'm a melty guinea pig.
You look like a zombie one. Ah, there's a ghost! Oh my goodness, I'm so scared. I'm scared. Oh, and there's a cold one.
What about freezing guinea pig?
There's a ghost guinea pig. I'm scared, Dad. I'm scared of that ghost. Wait, that's not a ghost. You scared me. Oh, thinks it smells awesome.
Ooh, me.
I can't wait,
You can't wait.
Yeah.
Jackson is actually gonna taste it, you guys. He asked me if he could have a taste. Okay, you go first since you're gonna taste it.
I'm scared.
Don't be scared. Have a
I'm
taste.
scared.
Don't be scared. It's gonna be so yummy. Don't be scared. Be brave. What do you think?
Good.
I can't believe you actually tasted it. Do you like it a lot?
And it's really spicy.
It's spicy? Are you sure? Okay, you can have this. Thanks for tasting it, man. You're awesome. What are you doing? Are you eating a fork for dinner? How about put some food on that fork?
Okay. First I gotta mix it. It's really spicy.
I was afraid it was gonna be cold. I'm glad it's not.
The rice is good.
Okay, taste it.
Where's the chorizo?
It's in it.
Is
That's
this
why it's
salt in
red.
there?
Good.
Do you like it?
It's really spicy.
You think it's spicy?
Slightly burns the throat, but not much. Like it's only barely noticeable.
Okay. How many thumbs do you want to give that, Jordan? Lots? You like it?
Good.
Awesome.
And it's really spicy.
Mia's turn. Come on, Mia. Take a bite off the top. That way it's not hot. There you go. What do you think?
Like baby said, really spicy.
What? What do you think of the flavor? Is it good?
I can't taste the flavor because it's so spicy.
Oh, baloney. Hair.
Too much at one time.
All right, Dad. See if these kids are crazy, would you?
All right.
I mean, I know they're crazy, but see how crazy these kids are.
Here it goes. Oh, really good flavors. I can see why the kids will say it's spicy. I think it's the chorizo that gives it that
Little
bite.
kick.
Yeah, but
Maybe sharp
it's good though. Oh. Chicken is very tender. Wow. The rice is soft. Wow, there's really good flavors. It's a very good flavor combination. Wow. Rotation. Very good. I like it a lot.
How many thumbs are you gonna give that, Dad?
Rotation, for sure.
Okay, guys, my final thoughts. I didn't mess up this recipe. I thought all of the little changes that I made were going to mess up this recipe, and I promise you, it is not messed up. This is definitely one of my favorite dishes that we have made in our pressure cooker to date. This one was amazing. I love the flavor combinations. The tomatoes were definitely a good thing to throw in at that last minute that we decided to throw in. Definitely glad we did that because it adds a nice sweet little pop. Anytime you get those bites of tomato, it's a nice sweet little addition. I don't generally like tomatoes, so for me to say that that was a good thing to add is kind of strange, but I do like them added into this particular dish, and I'm super glad that we put them in there. Everything else turned out really, really good. I wouldn't change anything. Everything was just right. In fact, next time I make it, I'm not even gonna look for those chorizo that you can slice, because I think this way, the flavor of the chorizo got into the rice a lot deeper than it might have if it was just the sliced chorizo. So I'm gonna do it like this in the future too, because it was delicious.
Oh yeah, when it was the end, it was spicy.
I do not disagree with the kids, however, when they say that it's a little bit spicy. If you're a super, super baby when it comes to spice, you probably will not like this very much because chorizo by itself is spicy, and that's where the spice is coming from. So if you don't like that, you probably won't like this dish. But it isn't so spicy that you're like, die and your mouth is on fire. It's just got a little kick to it. And even the kids are eating it because it's delicious. Even though it's spicy, they're eating it up, including Malia, who doesn't like anything. So I think that says a lot. Jackson was willing to take a bite because it smelled amazing, and Malia is eating it even though it's spicy, because it's that good. So yes, double yes, and triple yes, 3 thumbs up. I'm definitely making this one again. It's delicious. Oh, that dinner was awesome! Dinner was super awesome. I don't know what in the world the part is. That was one of my favorite things I have had in a long time. And I wasn't even supposed to eat it because it had rice in it. I was only supposed to have a bite of it, and I couldn't help it. I had 2 bowls. It was so good. But, what did you guys think?
Yeah. Oh yeah, with some crackers and make it in a sandwich. It's really good.
Mia ate hers with crackers because it cut down a little bit on the spice, and she really liked it like that. And she finished her bowl.
I tasted some a little bit.
Was it good?
And some chorizo was like red when I bited it, and it was so spicy I could taste it.
Thanks for tasting it though, man.
Oh yeah, and the best part was when my full chicken there.
Did you like the chicken?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks
for tasting it though, man.
Thanks.
No, thank you.
I can't wait until the weekend.
I thought it was amazing. Jordan's still giving it thumbs up over there. That's how many thumbs he gave it. That was amazing. Mia ate it. She thought it was good. I don't know why she's giving sideways thumbs. Her vote doesn't count. We'll definitely make that one again. It was amazing. I loved it. Dad?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Top 5.
Seriously amazing. It was really, really good. So, like, for real, try it. Like, for real.
If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to make this channel strong, share it with your friends. Good night, YouTube. See you tomorrow. Please subscribe now. Poof! Yeah, not that many.
That's too many, Jordan.
I like that a lot. Poof! Yeah, chorizo was spicy.